the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. This is the 0 Dark 30 broadcast, and we are up and at 'em and heading out in a direction new. Well, for the truck anyway, but the direction you and I are on, well, it's pretty much set in stone. SHTF. It has hit the fan. So, I find myself in this dilemma oftentimes. What am I supposed to talk about? Right? Do I go really big and all World War III all the time? Or, do I keep it more local, down on, the things that are going to affect us on the individual basis that we can turn around and, of course, act on an individual basis? So, hey, why not do both? Because that and many other things are all happening simultaneously. It's very difficult to keep track, and, well, that's why I'm here, is to keep track of the big and the small, the personal and the worldly, if you will. So let's start with World War III. Let's just go there. What the heck? The Biden administration, in an effort to further escalate tensions with Moscow and Putin, has decided that private military contracting organizations, like the one that we all got to know as Blackwater, basically mercenary groups, military for hire, soldiers of fortune, mercs, right? That's what they are. And without getting into what they are and why they've chosen to do that, well, that's what they are, and they've chosen to do that. But Biden has now said, yeah, you guys can head on over to Ukraine. Go on, get on over there to Ukraine. That's quite interesting. I guess Eric Prince has some sort of understanding. I don't know. Anyways, let's examine this. Russia used their private military contractor as well as their regular military, right? The Wagner Group was their military contractor, and it caused them some troubles. And folks, mercenaries often do. They are not there because they're loyal. They're there because they're getting paid. But what will these American mercenaries? What do they want? What's their own little agenda on top of getting paid? Because that's what mercenaries get. They get paid. And oftentimes they get dead as well. And here we are, right? Here we are. I know there are mercenaries over there already. I'm not naive. I know there's military over there. I'm not naive. But on this scale, and for the president and the administration to make to make an announcement, tells me they want to escalate really big. There's something really there worth protecting, isn't it? Do you really believe for 1 second that the government of Washington, D.C. really gives a shit about Ukrainian people and Ukraine independence? Do you think they're so morally tied to their foundations that they just can't walk away from it? Yeah, right. A group of people, Washington, D.C., the elites, do you think they really give a shit about Ukraine? No, it's about money and resources, power and control. That's it. So that's what the mercenaries are over there for: resources and control. Resources and control. It wouldn't surprise me if their mission isn't to make sure there is a executable government in place. And by execute, I mean to take action and also to wax someone. Anyways, that's the big one. Holy cow for the day. And the day has just begun, obviously. But what else has happened? Well, let's go the other way. There's just been Story after story after story after story, every time we turn around. More stories about these fruitcakes and what they're trying to do to us on an individual basis. You know, they want, folks, they're just a bunch of sick perverts. They really are. For example, the member, I think one of the leaders of a church group, supposed Christians that are non-Trump, anti-Trump, non-Trumpers, what is it? Right, they hate Trump. Well, this leader was arrested for trying to get a 15-year-old boy to have sex with him. How about those Christian values, huh? Well, as soon as you said the church person was anti-Trump, tells you he's a Democrat. He's not a Republican upset with Trump. He's a fucking Democrat. And a Democrat in church, in my opinion, is there to take advantage of the trust and naivete of the parishioners. In other words, stupid sheep. Stupid sheep not paying attention. This guy almost gets his hands into a 14 or 15-year-old boy's pants. There's your Democrats for you, folks. Yeah, well, not to let that go to waste. Right, a mother with a baby was denied boarding on a plane. Not by the captain. No, not by the captain. Not by the marshal or the TSA or the police. Woman was denied her seat, her boarding, because she misgendered a fruit salad tossing stewardess. That's right. Some light in the loafers, panty waist, chicken shit, wannabe human being who is so weak that they have to demand everyone kiss their ass. And if they don't get their way, then they throw a fit. Well, this one has a tiny bit of power. Well, at least they thought they did. Since when does a stewardess get to kick someone off a plane? Deny them because they were misgendered. Have you seen these freaks? I have seen bearded men. Bearded men wearing makeup and dress. Clearly a man, big broad shoulders. I've seen some weird, stupid shit on my travels around the world. On one particular island, I saw a man in his late 60s, and he was bald on top, hair on the sides. A man wearing men's jeans and a tank top with titties. They're freaks. I was walking through a store, saw a woman wearing a nice flower print dress. He was about 5'10", 5'9", maybe, a little taller than normal, walk around the corner. And right behind her was a man in a very similar dress and makeup, but clearly a fucking man, 6'6", my height, eye to eye. Just look at him and shake my fucking head. We're supposed to accept them. And they have power over us, folks. They can deny you. And if you bought a plane ticket for yourself, for your child, for your family, and you're going to get on the plane, and if one of these freaks, one of these mentally deranged, mental disorder having freaks decides they don't like you, you're off. If they decide that they heard something from you, you laughed, you snickered, you you coughed. They're like, hey, you're making fun of me. I mean, you're making fun of me. You can't come on the plane. You misgendered me and hurt my feelings. Who gives a shit about your feelings? Well, they have authority, folks, and so they're going to use it. And that's a problem with anyone with authority. They will use it to harm others, to get their way. I'm sick of these freaks, folks. Sick to death of them. But we're not there yet. We're not done. They've got their power. They're going to use it. The fight has just begun. And they're not going to go away. After they're defeated, just like on the battlefield, hey, the Germans lost World War II, but there's still Germans around, right? Well, the military was defeated, but the people are still there. The militant scumbag fruit salad people that affect you and me, our lives daily, and are continuing to have an impact on it, they will lose the war. But the fruitcakes will still be alive, just like the Germans after the war. They're still going to be out here. They're still going to be trying to be fruits, trying to make people uncomfortable, trying to make people recognize them. Don't do it. Don't give them what they want. Don't encourage the enemy. Be who you are, whoever that is. And of course, be prepared. Be prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, because it's coming. It is coming, folks. Whether the enemy you meet is a freak or a militant, either way, you're not safe. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Godspeed. Semper Fi.